Hi guys, Chantal here from Two Hearts One Roof and welcome to Venice. Pretty expensive place to visit, but if you want to see and do as much as you can whilst keeping on a lower budget, these are our top tips. Number one, walk everywhere instead of taking the water taxi. We were told by quite a few people that the water taxi was the best thing and you could get around everywhere much easier. We looked at the tickets when we were in the airport and they were around €65 per person. For a 72-hour pass. If you're not adverse to walking, then I would totally advise that you walk everywhere instead of getting the water taxi passes. You can find little back streets, little alleys which you probably wouldn't get to see otherwise. The city really is a maze, but it is a maze worth getting lost in.
Okay, so number 2 on our list is all about finding somewhere to buy drinks, snacks cheaper. So when we were visiting Paris and Copenhagen, we tried to avoid buying things off the side of the street, the local shops, all the kind of tourist areas. So for example, we've got cans of Coke. We are kind of fizzy drink fiends, and if you buy them in a shop local, it's about €4 or €3, which is really expensive. But if you find, say, a co-op like we have here in Venice, it's 88 cents, which is kind of crazy in how cheap that is compared to buying them in the shop.
Number 3, try to look for restaurants that aren't in the tourist areas. The restaurants around St. Mark's Square or the Rialto Bridge or even on the Grand Canal are likely to be more expensive and of a lower quality food. This is Italy. It's got amazing pasta, amazing pizza, amazing seafood, and you really want to experience that. If you go a little bit further away from the tourist areas into the residential areas, you're more likely to find kind of restaurants and cafes that the locals genuinely eat in. Quality of food is gonna be better. Yeah, the prices might not always be cheaper, but you're more likely to enjoy your food just that little bit more.
Okay, so number 4 is pee where it's free. So you've actually got to pay to pee in a lot of places in Venice. It's not cheap, it's €1.50 just to use the loo, which if there's a family of 4 or 5 is going to get really expensive, maybe 2 or 3 times a day. So we've tried to go to the loo before we leave in the morning in the hotel. There's a few attractions that do have loos that you can use for free, or just hold it really long until you get back.
Number 5, if you're fancying a sandwich for lunch, you'll find lots of little cafes with them all stuck in the window, but try to go past all those. Again, the quality on them isn't great. They've probably been wrapped up for quite a long time that day. What we actually found was the train station. The train station is being made freshly, continuously, because they are selling so many. The cost of them was around about the same price as some of the cafes, but they also were a little bit cheaper, by like 50 cents or €1 in some cases. So we managed to pick up some really, really great fresh sandwiches from the train station. Plus they are open pretty much all of the day, which is great.
Okay, so number 6 is to book your tour of the islands by the water taxi companies. So we looked online for our tickets and you can get a whole wealth of ticket companies trying to sell you tours, private tours, but we decided to book our excursion to Murano, Burano and Torricelli through Linea Verde. This is the water taxi company. It was only €20 and we had a trip pretty much all around the south of the island. We got to see all the buildings from the outside and it was well worth it for us. It was €20 each. It lasted 5 hours for the trip there. the hop in around the island and then the trip back. It's definitely worth it, worth a go. Check it out.
Okay, number 7, this is our final tip, and it kind of works off that last one John was telling you about booking tickets and excursions. So if you want to go see the Basilica, which I totally advise you see, if you're going to come here, seeing St. Mark's Basilica is kind of important. There are an absolute ton of companies out there trying to sell you tour tickets or different ways to get around and see the area. If you want to go see the Basilica on your own and just go see the main part of the cathedral, it's actually free to get in, or you can buy a queue jumper for only €2. But if you genuinely are interested in seeing more of the building and understanding the history, then I would advise taking a guided tour. But do not buy one of the private company ones. Look on the Basilica's own website and book their Hidden Treasures tour. That was hands down one of the best things we've done. It was €21.50 each, and we got a guided tour for over an hour and a half with, I think her name was Paula. Oh, I knew it was something like that. Her name was Paula, and she was brilliant. She knew so much about the building and the history, and what is great about the Basilica's Hidden Treasures tour is you get access to areas that you do not get access to unless you book one of their hidden tours. So we got to see the Zen Chapel and a few other smaller parts that you just can't get into. So that $21.50 might not be saving you money if you have to spend it in the first place, but it is far, far better than booking one of the private tour companies, which will simply be able to show you the interior area, which you could get in for free if you didn't want somebody telling you the history. So it's really up to you guys how much information you want to get out of it. But honestly, for us, the tour through the Basilica was one of the best things we did. So those are our top 7 tips on how to see and get the most out of your trip of Venice while still keeping to a budget. Don't forget guys, give us a nice big thumbs up, hit subscribe to join the Two Hearts family, and leave us a comment. We'd love to know what you thought of Venice, or if you're planning to go in the future. See you guys again soon. Bye.